Part 155. Heaven Swallowing Record. Author, Fengqing Yang. Chapter 1551. The Demon Kings followed the Black Yan Demon King and gradually approached the tentacles of the Black Sea Emperor's corpse. There were indeed traces of the existence of the immortal formation around the tentacles of the corpse, but it did not seem as powerful as imagined. With just this level of immortal formation, the Black Yan Demon King alone could definitely break it with some time. This made many Demon Kings suspicious. The original Demon King took the lead and stopped his momentum, asking coldly, "Black Yan Demon King, the immortal formation of the top immortal you mentioned, can't it be these? This is not difficult for you. I can't figure out why you called us to come together." This question is also what the other Demon Kings want to ask. For them, this is not a child's play. They might be trapped by the Black Yan Demon King here, so of course they have to be careful. Now, the immortal formation is not as powerful as imagined, so they will naturally be suspicious. However, the Black Demon King seemed to have been prepared for this, and said in a very sincere manner, "Everyone, how dare I deceive you? What I said is true. Now you are just encountering the outer immortal formation. When you really get close to the corpse of the Black Sea Emperor, the strength of the immortal formation will increase by more than 10 times. It is really difficult for me to break it alone." His statement is still somewhat credible. After hearing it, the original Demon King did not say much. Let's go, be careful." The other Demon Kings are naturally very vigilant. Now the Emperor Demon Corpse is in front of them. It may be an opportunity to become an immortal Emperor Demon. It appears in front of them. They can't give up. Even if they encounter some dangers, they must fight. All the Demon Kings, including Wu Yu and the other three, approached the Emperor Demon Corpse. Getting closer and closer, of course Wu Yu and the other three are far away from the Demon Kings, and they have not been discovered by them for the time being. When they approached the tentacles of the Emperor Demon Corpse, everyone became extremely vigilant, but even so, they couldn't stop the accident from happening. Just when everyone was almost close to a range, something unexpected happened. A pitch-black gas suddenly emerged from the tentacle suction cup of the Emperor Demon's corpse. The gas swept over and trapped everyone in the nearby area. When this happened, all the Demon Kings present reacted instantly, showing their magical powers and using all kinds of means to fight against the pitch-black gas. "Black Yan Demon King, you will not die well." The original Demon King roared first, and then his voice and figure were drowned by the pitch-black gas. All the Demon Kings were trapped here. This is Yin Sha Qi, which is the source gas of the Black Sea Yan beast. The Black Yan Demon King also has it, but the Yin Sha Qi of the Emperor Demon that came out of the body of the Black Sea Emperor must be more terrifying. Wu Yu had obtained the memory of the Golden Horned Demon King, so he still knew the means of the Black Sea Yan beast. He was shocked and knew that he was careless. Through the memory of the Golden Horned Demon King, Wu Yu knew that this Yin Sha Qi would have a huge impact on the existence of hot, gold and fire attributes within the range. All things are interdependent, and there is an opposition between yin and yang. This characteristic has trapped almost all the Demon Kings in this area. The terrifying dark, eerie Emperor Demon Yin Sha Qi spread and swallowed up all the Demon Kings, including Wu Yu. These Yin Sha Qis were constantly devouring the masculine energy on their bodies at a terrifying speed. Almost all the existences covered by Yin Sha Qi were unable to move. No wonder, the Demon Kings invited by the Black Yan Demon King are all Demon Kings with gold and fire attributes. In this way, the Yin Sha Qi can attack these Demon Kings. And he himself is not of gold and fire attributes, so he will not be affected by the Emperor Demon Yin Sha Qi. Wu Yu and many Demon Kings finally understood the means and thoughts of the Black Yan Demon King, but it is a bit too late to know now. If the Black Yan Demon King had not invited these Demon Kings, he would have been forced out of this area by himself, even though these Emperor Demon Yin Evil Qi would not attack him, so he could not get close to the Emperor Demon's body. Now, many demon kings are attracting the Emperor Demon Yin Evil Chi, which can basically be regarded as covering for the Black Yan Demon King. The original Demon King, the Purple Gold Demon King, the Muddy Gold Demon King, the Ancient Forbidden Demon King, etc., are all demon kings with gold and fire attributes. Now, they are all swallowed up, submerged, and covered by the Yin Evil Chi, and the masculine gold and fire Chi on their bodies are constantly swallowed by the Yin Evil Chi. Black Yan Demon King, you will not die well? Ah! The Ancient Forbidden Demon, which looks like a combination of jellyfish and octopus, constantly bursts out a purple gold flame from its body, trying to burn and disperse the Yin Evil Chi around it. But this purple gold flame was extinguished, swallowed, and completely dissipated by the Yin Evil Chi as soon as it appeared, leaving the Ancient Forbidden Demon King with no way out and can only be trapped in this Yin Evil Chi. At the same time, the golden fire aura in his body was devoured crazily. When I get out of this predicament, I will be irreconcilable with you. The original Demon King, the original gold-eating rat, was now even more furious. There were too many evil spirits around him, constantly attacking him, making him feel weak. Ha ha ha, don't even mention whether you can get out of this predicament today. Even if you can, by then, I, the Black Yan Demon King, will have devoured the corpse of the Emperor Demon. With my realm increased, what can you do to me? The Black Yan Demon King laughed wildly and quickly left the area affected by the evil spirit. Now that the evil spirit of the Emperor Demon is attacking so many demon kings with metal and fire attributes, including Wu Yu, it has no blocking effect on the Demon King Heiyan. Amid the wild laughter of Demon King Heiyan, it seemed that no one could stop Demon King Heiyan from collecting the body tentacles of the Black Sea Emperor. This chapter is not finished yet. Please click on the next page to continue reading the exciting content. So, he felt that he had obtained the tentacle. After devouring it, the improvement that can be obtained is simply unimaginable. It is very likely that he will become the top demon king with this, and it may even allow him to find an opportunity to break through to the immortal Emperor Demon. However, he missed one thing, and that was Wu Yu. Now, although Wu Yu also has strong masculine energy and is entangled in the evil spirit, Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi beside him are not beings of the metal and fire attributes. Although the two of them were within the influence of Yin evil spirit, they were not attacked by Yin evil spirit. We'll send you inside. As for how to deal with the Black Yan Demon King in the future, it's up to you. Nanshan Wanjiao also said with a somewhat solemn expression, this is a gamble. He and Yezixi have basically not been attacked by the Yin evil spirit, so they may be able to take Wu Yu away from the influence of the Yin evil spirit. Wu Yu's fiery eyes could see very clearly. There was an area around the Emperor Demon's corpse, and there was no evil spirit present. The Yin evil energy is basically attracted by the blood energy of the masculine demon, covering their heads like an endless demonic barrier. Precisely because the Yin evil spirit did not cover the area closest to the Emperor Demon's corpse, Demon King Heiyan had the opportunity to collect the Emperor Demon's corpse. Now, he and Yezixi can send Wu Yu there, but Demon King Heiyan is at the 6th level of the Taigzi demon realm. It can be said to be extremely difficult to defeat him and snatch the Emperor Demon's body. However, Wu Yu has a way to find wealth in danger. Walk. But Wu Yu didn't hesitate at all. He persisted for a long time under the offensive of Yin evil spirit, but this did not mean that he could persist forever. If Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi didn't send him away, he would have no choice but to be trapped in this sinister atmosphere like the other demon kings. Instead of doing this, it's better to take a gamble and maybe kill the Black Yan Demon King. Of course, the main reason is that Wu Yu has a very fortunate understanding of his current strength, so he knows what means he can use to deal with the Black Yan Demon King. Although he is not guaranteed to win, and he will definitely lose a lot, if he can capturing the Emperor Demon body can also recover some losses, and may even surpass the current level. Therefore, the key is to get this huge Emperor Demon corpse. He could clearly see that the corpse of the Emperor Demon left millions of years ago and part of the body of the Black Sea Emperor were still full of vitality. The essence of flesh and blood contained in it is a treasure to him. If he can get it by chance, no matter how much loss he suffers, it will be worth it. After receiving Wu Yu's affirmative answer, Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi did not hesitate. They each used their magical powers, jointly took Wu Yu with them, and quickly approached the Emperor Demon's corpse. The evil spirits kept swallowing up Wu Yu's masculine energy. They originally ignored Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi, but now that they wanted to touch Wu Yu, the evil spirits also spread toward them, but the number was still smaller. They can hold on for now. After a while, Wu Yu was pushed out of the area of the sinister aura by the two of them, and arrived within a small circle near the corpse of the Emperor Demon. Demon King He Yan is here now, thinking about collecting the body of the Demon Emperor and the tentacles covered with suction cups of the Black Sea Emperor. But unexpectedly, Wu Yu was pushed out from the outer circle of evil spirits and appeared in front of the Black Yan Demon King in an instant. This turn of events surprised even Demon King He Yan. He glanced at Wu Yu and found that he had never seen such a boy before. How did you reach the realm of Realm Lord God? Moreover, it doesn't seem like a demon god. Where did this guy come from? But no matter what, now he is only one step away from collecting the Emperor Demon's body, so naturally he cannot be willing to be destroyed. He had waited so long for this moment, and even deceived so many demon kings. If he could not succeed, he would probably die in the end. No matter who you are, if you dare to disturb me from collecting the Emperor Demon's body, you are dead. The body of the Black Yan Demon King is the jet black octopus. Now he snorted coldly and planned to deal with Wu Yu first, and then collect the corpse of the Emperor Demon. Anyway, the other demon kings are now entangled and surrounded by evil spirits. There is no threat to the Demon King He Yan, so as long as he kills the little realm lord in front of him, he will be unimpeded. Originally, he did not expect such a change, but seeing that Wu Yu was only in the Realm Lord God realm, he didn't care. Just like when people are doing things, how can they get a headache because of the interruption of an ant? Anyway, if you can crush it with one finger, just kill it. Wu Yu rushed into this area, an area without evil spirits, where the corpses of Black Yan Demon King and Emperor Demon were all present. Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi were almost caught by the evil spirit just now, so Wu Yu temporarily put them into the fusion tower. Anyway, they won't be able to play a big role in dealing with a Demon King of the level of Demon King He Yan for the time being. I came in, but it's not easy to deal with the Black Yan Demon King. Wu Yu calmed down. Seeing that the opponent was about to launch a magical attack, he immediately prepared for battle. This was a rare opportunity. As long as he seized it, the corpse of the Emperor Demon would be his. It was better than facing so many demon kings outside at the same time. Heaven Swallowing Record. Author, Feng Qing Yang. Chapter 1552. For Wu Yu, there is only one chance. If he couldn't defeat the Black Yan Demon King, he would basically have to escape through somersault clouds. In that case, the Emperor Demon's corpse tentacles would definitely have nothing to do with him. And it is simply unimaginable what kind of improvement this Black Yan Demon King can achieve once he obtains the Emperor Demon's body. Some of the subsequent impacts were not what Wu Yu wanted to see. Wu Yu would not feel comfortable just if he issued a wanted notice to hunt him down after he left. So today, for Wu Yu, the Black Yan Demon King is his must-kill target, and he must also get the Emperor Demon's corpse. And now that he is in front of the Emperor Demon's corpse, it will be of great help to him in the battle. Maybe he couldn't defeat the Black Yan Demon King by conventional means, but with the corpse of the Emperor Demon here, Wu Yu had the possibility of victory. Burn, burn. Wu Yu directly transformed into a giant sky-devouring beast, and the terrifying beast form appeared in front of the Black Yan Demon King, and directly activated the burning method. If you want to deal with the Black Yan Demon King, burning is the only way. Moreover, it is not ordinary burning, but requires ultimate burning. This level of burning may take him tens of thousands of years to recover from after the battle. However, there is an emperor demon corpse in the field now. If it can be obtained, it will not take so long to nurse and recover. The prerequisite is that Wu Yu can temporarily suppress the Black Yan Demon King. He had to be crazy. This was a gamble. If he couldn't get the Emperor Demon's corpse and burned it to such an extent, then he could say that everything he had done was wasted and he had to start from scratch. In the final burning situation, all the immortal powers in Wu Yu's body boiled. After transforming into a sky-swallowing beast, his whole body seemed to be covered in terrifying flames. A suppressive aura spread from the scene. After a roar, Demon King Heiyan was shocked by his state. The raging black fire burned his whole body, and the water of the Black Sea was turned into ashes in the fire. Obviously he is just a boy in the realm Lord God realm. Today, no matter what means you have, if you dare to interfere with your grandpa Heiyan's good deeds, you are dead. The Black Sea Yan beast body of the Black Yan Demon King also launched an offensive at this time, and the power of heaven contained in its body exploded instantly when Wu Yu began to burn. The rules of the Black Sea. From the countless suction cups of his Black Sea beast body, countless endless water columns were quickly shot out. Each of these water columns is like a terrifying weapon, its destructive power is extremely terrifying, and it can almost penetrate the entire Black Sea. If Wu Yu was hit even once by these water jets, it would be fatal, so he reacted immediately when he saw it. Void reversal. The magical power suddenly appeared, the void reversed, and the world of heaven and earth and the world of void suddenly reversed in front of Wu Yu. The endless water pillars that originally attacked him were blocked by the burning void reversal with increased power. And Wu Yu, Black Yan Demon King, and the Emperor Demon Corpse tentacles now appear together in the void world constructed by Wu Yu with somersault clouds. The opponent's Black Sea sky rules are directly affected by Wu Yu's magical power. It lost its effect and was moved to an unknown location. However, Wu Yu relied on the increase in power brought by ultimate burning to be able to forcefully perform void reversal in front of the Black Yan Demon King. If not for ultimate burning, it would have been impossible for this void world to deflect the opponent's offensive. Therefore, Wu Yu is actually in a very bad state now. It can be said that he has barely managed to neutralize the opponent's attack. If the opponent uses his next magical move immediately, he may not be able to resist it. So now, he has to do something. Taking advantage of the moment when the Demon King Heiyan was stunned by the power of the heavenly rules, Wu Yu seized the opportunity and instantly ducked to the octopus tentacles of the corpse of the Emperor Demon. With the terrifying appearance of a sky-devouring behemoth, he suddenly moved towards the Demon King. The corpse of the Emperor Demon began to bite. He needs to rely on the essence of life, flesh, and blood in the corpse of the Emperor Demon to restore the energy lost just after his final burning. It takes a certain amount of time to collect this huge corpse. It is not easy to drag it into the Sumuru bag. However, it would be much easier if you just take a few bites. As he took one bite, the majestic essence of life, flesh, and blood instantly filled his body. The sky-swallowing giant beast was a little sluggish at first, but after biting the corpse of the Emperor Demon, it suddenly began to recover. "What are you doing? Get out of here, Grandpa Heiyan." When the Black Yan Demon King saw Wu Yu's actions, he became furious almost instantly. In his eyes, the Emperor Demon's body was already his property. Unexpectedly, Wu Yu actually went up and took a bite first, which made him furious. However, he did not feel too desperate. After all, in his opinion, although Wu Yu had bitten the corpse of the Emperor Demon, it was impossible to digest it in a short time. As long as he killed Wu Yu and devoured Wu Yu, an unknown beast, he could still recover some of the losses. Of course, he had to hurry up and kill Wu Yu as quickly as possible. But he discovered that after biting the corpse of the Emperor Demon, the whole mental state of the sky-swallowing beast that Wu Yu transformed into seemed to be better than before. The whole body is burning, but the strength within the body has not weakened at all, but is still increasing. This ever-increasing terrifying power and momentum even gave Demon King Heiyin a certain feeling of threat. This made the Black Demon King feel a little incredible. You know, the guy in front of him was just a kid in the realm of the Lord God. Now that he has transformed into this strange beast body, he can actually become a threat to him. This chapter has not ended yet, please click on the next page to continue reading. What a strange existence. No matter what, you will die today. The Black Demon King snorted coldly, and the octopus tentacles waved violently. While Wu Yu was still biting the tentacles of the Emperor Demon's corpse, he finally attacked Wu Yu again. In his opinion, it was already very unexpected that he failed to make a move once. This time, he would never let Wu Yu have any chance. Yin Sha Tian Gui. Endless yin sha qi sprayed out from the octopus tentacles of the Black Demon King, and instantly enveloped Wu Yu. This is the same existence as the yin sha qi that trapped many demon kings outside, but now, the yin sha qi of the Black Demon King is naturally not as terrifying as that in the Emperor Demon's corpse. But even so, now this yin sha tian gui is completely aimed at Wu Yu alone. Therefore, when the yin sha qi condensed into the power of the heavenly rules and enveloped him, Wu Yu felt as if he was trapped in a quagmire. And in this quagmire, there were countless small insects biting his body. This is the power of the yin sha heavenly rules. Its destructive power can be said to be relatively ordinary, but it can completely suppress Wu Yu. After all, Wu Yu's masculine energy is extremely strong, which is a very tempting thing for the yin sha qi. Unfortunately, the Black Yan Demon King did not know that Wu Yu is now in the form of a giant beast that swallows the sky, and the suppression effect of the yin sha qi has become almost negligible for him. It can be said that under the cover of this yin sha qi, his combat effectiveness has only been weakened a little bit, and these yin sha qi can't cause any harm to him at all. So he is still biting the Emperor Demon corpse below, and the octopus tentacle corpse has been bitten out by him. His flesh and blood had been devoured by Wu Yu, and turned into the purest essence of life and blood in his body, which was still being burned by Wu Yu, burning. He wanted to defeat the Black Demon King, and he had to make a final decision. He only had one chance, so he had to take the ultimate burning. It was not enough to burn the power in his body. He also had to burn the essence of life and blood absorbed from the corpse of the Emperor Demon. His momentum and strength were becoming stronger and stronger in the continuous burning, gradually approaching that critical value. At this time, he should try to kill the Black Demon King. This was the most crazy and thorough burning in history. After all, with the support of such a treasure as the corpse of the Emperor Demon, he could be willful. The Black Demon King was full of his heart that his yin sha tian gui had completely suppressed Wu Yu. In the dark yin sha qi, Wu Yu's breath seemed to have weakened a lot, which was what should happen to the Black Demon King. Then, he planned to use the next move of Tian Gui to kill Wu Yu. After all, the yin sha heavenly rule is only a means of suppression, and it should be very effective for Wu Yu. To kill Wu Yu next, he still needs to use other heavenly rules. The heavenly rule he wants to use is the Death Light heavenly rule. From his countless octopus tentacles, a dark beam of light instantly condenses. This is the cathode death light, which is the strongest killing method possessed by the Black Yan Demon King. Suppress first, and then kill in one blow. This is the method that the Black Yan Demon King often uses. This cathode death light condenses instantly and is about to shoot out into the dark yin sha qi. But at this moment, in the void world where the Black Yan Demon King exists, Wu Yu finally devours to a critical point. Under the continuous burning, his own strength has reached an extremely terrifying level. Although he has been devouring the Emperor Demon corpse, Wu Yu himself is still very injured. It will take thousands of years to recover, but in order to kill the Black Yan Demon King and get the Emperor Demon corpse tentacles, he can't care so much. Under the ultimate burning, the power of the somersault cloud was also increased to the extreme. Violence technique. Under the blessing of violence technique, Wu Yu's current power is so terrifying that even the Black Yan Demon King was a little surprised. But before the Black Yan Demon King really made a move and really released the cathode death light, Wu Yu's attack arrived first. The magical power of the Annihilation Cloud Seal absorbed the power of the Void World and exploded at the place where the Black Yan Demon King was. Combined with the violence technique, this move of the Annihilation Cloud Seal was almost the strongest attack Wu Yu had ever launched. Under his move, the void where the Black Yan Demon King was located was instantly shattered, and the Death Light Heavenly Rule that was about to be released was instantly aborted, and finally could not be released. The Black Yan Demon King was full of pain and disbelief. The giant black octopus body was shattered under the void explosion of the Annihilation Cloud Seal, and exploded directly from the middle. In an incredible state of mind, he died instantly. The Black Yan Demon King probably never thought that he would be killed by a mere realm lord, so he didn't do any defense at all, which led to Wu Yu's ultimate burning to the extreme, and with the help of violent magic, he exploded and killed him instantly. The void world shattered and dissipated, and Wu Yu returned to the depths of the Black Sea. The Emperor Demon Corpse was still beside him, but the evil spirit of the Black Yan Demon King quickly dissipated, and his octopus corpse was exploded and decomposed into pieces. Wu Yu did not waste it and directly collected it. Wu Yu was now extremely weak due to the ultimate burning, so the next step was to collect the Emperor Demon's corpse and leave here quickly. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Heaven Swallowing Record. Author, Fengqing Yang. Chapter 1553. Wu Yu had originally thought that after obtaining the corpse of the Emperor Demon, he would immediately leave the Black Sea and go to a more secluded place to devour the corpse of the Emperor Demon. But when he defeated the Black Yan Demon King and obtained the corpse of the Emperor Demon, the evil spirits emitted by the corpse of the Emperor Demon dissipated. Basically, the evil spirits that originally trapped other demon kings disappeared, which allowed many demon kings around to escape. Of course, they did not give Wu Yu any chance, and they wanted to attack Wu Yu. I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network rightward arrow dot. Unfortunately, Wu Yu saw the opportunity quickly. As soon as he received the corpse of the Emperor Demon, he saw that the evil spirits in the whole place began to weaken and dissipate, and he changed his body shape and quickly disappeared from the original place. Now, the many demon kings could not find Wu Yu's exact location. This kid is really slippery. Although I don't know where he came from, he is only in the realm of the Lord God, but he dared to touch our Emperor Demon corpse. He deserves death. The original gold-eating rat, that is, the original Demon King, was the most angry. They finally escaped from the siege and attack of the evil spirit, but none of them were in their prime and were more or less injured. But the Black Yan Demon King was killed by this kid. Don't underestimate this villain. Of course, if we join forces, he will never be able to touch the Emperor Demon corpse, the Hunjin Demon King snorted coldly. Speaking of which, Hunjin Demon King, I see that you know a lot about this kid, and your eyes seem to be full of hatred for him. Could it be that your brother was not driven back by you, but also suffered a loss at the hands of this kid? The eight-eyed fire ape on the side, the eight-eyed Demon King, observed carefully and saw that there was a deep hatred in the eyes of the Hunjin Demon King. So the Hunjin Demon King snorted coldly and admitted directly, yes, in fact, my brother and I acted separately before. When I arrived, he had been killed by this kid and his companions. I have an irreconcilable hatred with this kid. Now he has the body of the Emperor Demon and has the strength to kill the Black Yan Demon King. We must join hands, otherwise, I am afraid that he will mess up the world. Since the Black Yan Demon King died at the hands of Wu Yu, the Hunjin Demon King now admitted that it was not too embarrassing for his brother to die at the hands of Wu Yu. After all, his brother, the Source Gold Demon King, was much weaker than the Black Yan Demon King. However, the Demon Kings present could not figure out how Wu Yu, a mere realm master, could defeat them, who were at the 5th and 6th levels of the Taixu Demon realm. Anyway, it looks like this kid is seriously injured now, so let's kill him while he's still alive. Let's join forces to seal off the Black Sea and see where he can run. As soon as the ancient forbidden Demon King spoke, he seemed to be spewing mist, and the entire Black Sea seemed to be a little turbulent. I agree, let's join forces to seal off the Black Sea, and then slowly find the whereabouts of this kid. The original Demon King also nodded. He didn't see clearly how Wu Yu disappeared just now, so for the sake of safety, he could only join forces with other Demon Kings. Otherwise, maybe he couldn't catch Wu Yu alone. In his opinion, this kid was too cunning, and only by joining forces could he be caught. The original Demon King and the ancient forbidden Demon King both spoke, and the Source Gold Demon King was naturally the initiator of this joint plan, and it was impossible for him not to agree. The 3 strongest Demon Kings present joined forces together, and the other Demon Kings naturally had to join their joint forces. They couldn't act alone, otherwise they would be excluded from this circle in the future. The most important thing was that all the Demon Kings wanted to get the corpse of the Emperor Demon, and now they alone could not keep Wu Yu. So, they joined forces, and then without any hesitation, they used various magical powers and heavenly rules to completely block the entire Black Sea. The Golden Rhino Demon King was also in this list, but he hadn't seen the Golden Horn Demon King yet, and couldn't help thinking in his heart, could it be that when he asked the Golden Horn Demon King to act separately, he accidentally died in the hands of this kid? The Golden Rhino Demon King felt that this possibility was still possible. After all, Wu Yu even defeated the Black Yan Demon King, so it was not impossible to say that he could defeat his brother. The key point was that he knew that with his little brother's cowardly character, he would not be silent when encountering danger, and when he sent out the Golden Horn Demon King, he was not far away, and he would definitely be able to find it as long as there was a little bit of fighting. Anyway, now, the Golden Rhino Demon King has no clues about the Golden Horn Demon King, and he is a little irritated. Of course, the Emperor Demon Corpse is the most important to him. The 4 6th-day Demon Kings took the lead and blocked the entire Black Sea. Then they used various magical powers and cooperated with other Demon Kings in the 5-day Demon King realm to start a large-scale search of the entire Black Sea. They wanted to find Wu Yu and snatch the Emperor Demon Corpse from him. In fact, they were indifferent to Wu Yu. The most important thing was to get the Emperor Demon Corpse, which might be the key to whether they could become immortal Emperor Demons. Immortality and longevity are 2 completely different concepts. The immortal Emperor Demon is too attractive to these Demon Kings. Once they break through, they will ascend to heaven in 1 step and live forever. Therefore, all the Demon Kings held their breath and wanted to snatch the Emperor Demon Corpse into their hands. The entire Black Sea was almost closed and locked by them at this moment. It can be said that at this time, any realm master god realm could not escape from such an encirclement. Unfortunately, this does not include Wu Yu. Even if these Demon Kings sealed off the entire Black Sea, Wu Yu could still escape with the help of somersault clouds. This chapter is not finished yet, please click on the next page to continue reading the exciting content. But now he is also facing a big problem, that is, when he was dealing with the Black Yan Demon King, he burned too much, and his overall physical condition was not very good. If it continues like this, it is likely to cause immeasurable damage, so now Wu Yu does not plan to escape directly and leave the Black Sea. Instead, he plans to find a place to devour the Emperor Demon's body first. That way, the side effect damage caused by his excessive burning can be compensated. He found a void crack. This void crack was actually not far from where the Emperor Demon's corpse was. Wu Yu jumped directly from the encirclement to this place, and then hid in a closed corner and took the Emperor Demon's corpse. That is, the octopus tentacles were taken out. This void crack was originally a place where most demon kings in the demon god realm would not dare to enter. In addition, the place chosen by Wu Yu was already quite remote, making it quite difficult to find an existence in the void crack. Therefore, basically no matter who the demon king is, Wu Yu's position cannot be found now. The first aspect is that it is impossible to enter this void crack. There are countless void cracks in the entire Black Sea. Who knows which one Wu Yu will be in? On the other hand, those demon kings never imagined that Wu Yu would hide in the cracks in the void. For these demon kings, these void cracks are untouchable places, equivalent to forbidden areas. Once touched, they are likely to be injured by the power of the void. Now Wu Yu has found the safest place for him to devour the corpse of the octopus-tentacled emperor demon. The corpse left by the Black Sea Emperor will now become Wu Yu's nourishment. He must first use the corpse of the emperor demon to recover from the side effects caused by excessive burning. Swallow. Wu Yu directly used devour and swallowed the emperor demon's corpse into his body. You must know that this is the real emperor demon corpse, coming from the immortal emperor demon, the Black Sea Emperor. The essence of flesh and blood contained in these tentacles was so powerful that it was terrifyingly powerful. It was countless times stronger than the dried blood stains that Wu Yu had devoured in the dark forest before. This made Wu Yu's swallowing almost burst. After using the most vigorous life essence of flesh and blood to replenish the consumption of his previous burning, Wu Yu's condition finally recovered a little. With the ability of devouring, Wu Yu almost recovered to at least the same level as in his heyday in just a short time. Level. And the most important thing is that the corpse of the emperor demon he has swallowed now, although it contains no memory like the previous bloodstains, it contains too much insights into the Tao realm, and it also contains extremely terrifying power. After Wu Yu restored himself to his peak state, there was still a large amount of flesh and blood life essence remaining. It was impossible for him to continue to devour it, otherwise he might burst himself and become unable to absorb and digest it. In this case, he had no choice but to let Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi come out, and the three of them share the flesh and blood essence together. After all, these were the corpses from the eternal emperor demon. Wu Yu suddenly swallowed them and was a little unaccustomed to them. The power was too violent and majestic, but this was also an opportunity for them. For Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi, even more so. However, it is also very painful to bear. The power contained in the octopus tentacles of this emperor demon corpse is really terrifying. Wu Yu couldn't bear it alone. Even with Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi, he seemed to be unable to bear it. The three people's bodies are now basically supported by the life essence of flesh and blood, and they can only digest it bit by bit. This process is very painful. The three of them almost feel like their whole bodies are about to explode every moment. But as long as they can endure this process and persevere, the rewards they gain will be quite terrifying. The power of this emperor demon is simply unimaginable. This power is not on its immortal god, but on the corpses and tentacles it left behind. It is conceivable that if it can swallow the immortal emperor demon's immortal god, then how powerful it is. Wu Yu thought that in the previous legendary battle, all the demon gods in the demon god world had died. Even if the body of the immortal emperor demon remained, there could not be any immortal god of the immortal emperor demon. Even these corpses were a great source of nourishment to Wu Yu. Heaven Swallowing Record. Author, Fengqing Yang. Chapter 1554. In this crack in the void, Wu Yu and the others began to absorb the insights and power contained in the corpse of the emperor demon, as well as the essence of flesh and blood by means of devouring. This is much more effective than other demon kings who casually swallowed the emperor demon's body after getting it. In the crack in the void, Wu Yu and the others did not appear. After enduring hardship, the three of them finally withstood the impact of the majestic and surging flesh essence on them and allowed them to endure it. In this way, they finally began the terrifying process of ascension. After withstanding the impact of the flesh and blood essence of the emperor demon's corpse, The insights they had devoured from the immortal Emperor Demon now came into play. Using the insight into the Taoyuan contained in the Emperor Demon's corpse, Wu Yu began to understand the power of heavenly rules that could only be possessed by the Taixu fairy land. In the core of the immortal God world in Wu Yu's body, the power of the immortal God world is constantly lingering. This was originally a space close to chaos, which contained various insights into the Tao that Wu Yu had devoured, but now it is necessary to get organized. The Taixu fairy land is a kind of heavenly rule power that the immortals comprehend in the core of the world of immortals and gods. The power of the heavenly rules of each immortal is different. For Wu Yu, he needs to understand his own special heavenly rule. Once the power of heavenly rules is comprehended, all the power of the world of immortals and gods in the body will be transformed into the power of heavenly rules, and the destructive power can be increased at least 10 times. This is the biggest difference between Taixu Immortal Realm and World Lord Divine Realm. In the core of the immortal world, Wu Yu continued to integrate various insights from devouring. The most important one was the insights from the corpse of the Emperor Demon that he had just devoured. Some of these insights into Tao have benefited Wu Yu a lot in many aspects. In his continuous enlightenment, he continued to understand and sublimate, and his understanding of the power of the world of immortals and gods gradually reached its peak level. The power of gold and fire can be said to be the most powerful force in my body. It should be the safest to use this power to condense the first heavenly law. Wu Yu was thinking about it while comprehending. The Emperor Demon corpse had greatly improved him this time. At least it allowed him to set foot in Taixu fairy land thousands of years earlier. Otherwise, it would have been a long time before he could reach it. It is possible to achieve this level of understanding. But for the rules of the sky, the immortal Emperor Demon has fully understood them. The understanding and application of the rules of the sky can be understood from the corpse of the Emperor Demon. For Wu Yu, it is equivalent to taking a shortcut, allowing him to quickly achieve a breakthrough. The level of virtual fairyland. The most important thing is to fuse and comprehend the heavenly rules in the core of the immortal world. For Wu Yu, with the help of the Emperor Demon's corpse, it is not a problem at all. 10th grade Immortal King Seal. Wu Yu spent too much time snatching this thing before, and even changed his identity in various ways. Because of this thing, he was finally hated by countless immortal emperors and immortals in heaven, including the ancient giant spirit god and so on. Wait. One can imagine how terrifying this is. Even the 9th grade Immortal King Seal, according to legend, can allow an immortal to step into the level of the immortal Emperor Immortal very reliably, not to mention the 10th grade Immortal King Seal. Now that Wu Yu has integrated it, he can finally spy on it. The world that belongs to the rules of heaven, this is Taixu fairy land. In heaven, every immortal in Taixu fairy land is called Taixu fairy king. Once upon a time, when Wu Yu first went to heaven, a Taixu immortal king was almost an insurmountable mountain to him, but now, he finally touched this realm himself, and this time with the massive insights contained in the Emperor Demon's corpse, he was able to break through to this realm in one fell swoop. He can be said to be the fastest improving immortal in history. In the entire heaven, there is no immortal who can break through as quickly as him. Golden Fire Rules. In the core of Wu Yu's immortal world, the first heaven rule finally condensed, which was a golden flame mark. The power of gold and fire were constantly intertwined, forming a terrifying force of heaven rule. Fusion. Wu Yu took out the 10th grade Immortal King Seal and instantly opened his sea of consciousness. He put the 10th grade Immortal King Seal into it and completely integrated it with his own immortal god, forming the Immortal King Immortal God. This marked that he finally entered the level of Taixu Immortal King. And his own fighting power is naturally more powerful and terrifying than the ordinary Taixu Immortal King. You must know that before he stepped into the Taixu fairy land, he could deal with the 5th or even 6th level Demon King of the Taixu Demon Realm. The strength of the Demon King and the Immortal King are almost the same, even if there is a gap. For Wu Yu, his combat power has suddenly increased sharply. After reaching the Taixu fairyland, if he faces the 6th level of the Taixu demon realm like Heian Demon King, there is no need to that level of burning. After all, that kind of burning was too intense and caused too much damage to him. If it weren't for the corpse of the Emperor Demon, Wu Yu might have had to wait tens of thousands of years to recover. Of course, without the goal of the Emperor Demon's corpse, Wu Yu would not have been able to fight to the death with the opponent. All of this was based on the fact that the Emperor Demon's corpse was available. Taixu Fairyland, the first level, the Immortal King of One Day. Wu Yu finally reached this state, and the first rule of gold and fire he comprehended was engraved on the Immortal King and Immortal God in the next moment, shining instantly. The power in his immortal world was finally completely transformed into the power of heavenly rules. This is what allows him to truly transform to another level. The power of gold, fire, and heavenly rules is now the strongest power for him, and when used, it is more than 10 times stronger than the power of the previous world of immortals and gods. Not only that, he still has a lot of insights from the Emperor Demon and the insights from the Emperor Demon's corpse in his body, so his improvement is far from over. This chapter is not over yet, please click the next page to continue reading. Strike while the iron is hot and comprehend the second heavenly rule. Wu Yu is now in a hurry. He has many things to know and many things to do, but these things are based on his strong enough strength. Even if he has just reached the Taixu fairyland, for him, this is far from his goal. The ancient giant spirit gods of the heavenly court and the group of immortal emperors brought him too much pressure and feelings, which is the driving force for him to continue to improve and progress. It just so happens that the power insights from the Emperor Demon's corpse are enough this time, so that he may be able to condense the power of the second heavenly rule. While Wu Yu and the other two were constantly practicing and improving in the void cracks and digesting the Emperor Demon's corpse, the many demon kings outside were already waiting impatiently. They searched the entire Black Sea, but did not find any trace of Wu Yu. The main reason was that they were unwilling to spread the news and let more demon kings come. Therefore, with limited manpower, even if they blocked the entire Black Sea, they could not find Wu Yu. In fact, even if they called other demon kings, they could not find Wu Yu, so the place where Wu Yu was really safe. Are we going to wait like this? 100 years have passed. Maybe that kid has already left this place. The original Demon King is now very angry. He has the most violent temper. Now he is restless and gathers other Demon Kings outside the Black Sea to discuss countermeasures again. It's only been 100 years. This guy may want to swallow the Emperor Demon corpse alone, but with him being a realm master god, swallowing the Emperor Demon corpse alone will definitely explode and die. There is no other possibility, the ancient forbidden Demon King said coldly. We can continue to wait. He must be hiding in the Black Sea. Why don't we start searching for those void cracks? Now I think he is most likely hiding in those void cracks, the Golden Demon King said in a deep voice. The void cracks are unstable now, and there are signs and possibilities of expansion at any time. If we are not careful, we will be damaged in them. However, we can use clones to detect these void cracks. Although the speed is a little slower, there is still a chance, the Golden Rhino Demon King expressed his thoughts. So they joined together and recalled the 5 heavenly demon kings who were searching in the Black Sea, and began to let them all use the means of clones to start exploring the void cracks. However, there are too many void cracks in the Black Sea. It is extremely difficult to find Wu Yu with clones. The most important thing is that the clones of these demon kings are far inferior to Wu Yu's lawless clones. Not only is the number too far behind, but the quality is also far behind. Some demon kings' bodies can still move in the Black Sea, but if it is their clones, they will be corroded as soon as they touch the black water, and it is impossible for them to enter the void crack to explore. So in this way, their exploration speed is quite slow, and they will definitely not be able to find Wu Yu for a while. And now Wu Yu is concentrating on comprehending the second heavenly rule. At this time, he visualizes the monkey in his heart, and the image of a fighting monkey wearing golden armor emerges in his mind. The Monkey King, the fighting Buddha, this is the immortal inheritance he has obtained. The second heavenly rule is, the battle heavenly rule. This is a very simple and crude heavenly rule power. This battle heavenly rule, condensed from his immortal king and immortal god, is a mark of a golden stick. After it is comprehended, it is printed on the immortal king and immortal god, side by side with the previous golden flame mark, shining brightly. The battle rules, once the power of the rules erupts, can enhance Wu Yu's full strength, both defense and attack, will be greatly enhanced. The most important thing is the firm will to fight brought by it, and even form a terrifying force to suppress the opponent, so that the opponent's combat effectiveness is weakened. If this battle rule is combined with the magical means of reversing the void, Wu Yu is basically invincible in Wu Yu's territory. Even if the previous Black Yan Demon King comes again, he is not Wu Yu's enemy. The second level of Taigzu Fairyland, the realm of the second heavenly fairy king, has finally arrived. This is a turning point for Wu Yu, because he feels that his current strength is completely able to crush the sixth heavenly demon king like the Black Yan Demon King. Of course, this is not enough. Because he has once again broken through a great realm and obtained the Dao of the Emperor Demon, he also has enough comprehension to ponder the 10th level of the Vajra indestructible body, which is the last 1,000 words in the 10,000 word scripture. After successful cultivation, the Vajra indestructible body will be completely achieved. Heaven Swallowing Record. Author, Fengqing Yang. Chapter 1555. The last level of the Vajra indestructible body is the eternal Vajra immortality. It seems to be a method of eternal life belonging to Buddhism. The last 10th level of the Vajra indestructible body is divided into 9 levels in total. After passing through the 9 levels of Vajra tribulation, the body will be transformed and finally achieve eternal life and immortality. Wu Yu did not know much about this level of skills. After all, Ming Long had never reached this level before. So Wu Yu could only comprehend and understand it by himself, and the speed should not be so fast. The last 1,000 words of the scripture, Wu Yu studied and comprehended it in this void crack, 1,000 times, 10,000 times, 100,000 times. For him, this 1,000 words of scripture is the most profound and obscure in history. Even if he read it 100,000 times, he still felt that he did not have a very deep level of comprehension. But Wu Yu is not in a hurry now. What is in a hurry now are the many demon kings outside the Black Sea. Now the demon kings are looking for Wu Yu's trace in one void crack after another. It is too important for them to give up the corpse of the Emperor Demon. At the same time, these demon kings also sent their own confidants to secretly inquire about the news in the entire demon god world. After all, it has been hundreds of years since Wu Yu got the corpse of the Emperor Demon. During this period, if Wu Yu had not been hiding in the void cracks, he might have left the Black Sea. You know, these demon kings also know that Wu Yu has an incredible means of escape. Their blockade of the Black Sea may really be broken by Wu Yu. In this way, as long as Wu Yu and the other 3 appear anywhere in the demon god world and are seen by any demon gods, they may be inquired about by these demon kings. You know, the overall power of these demon kings in the demon god world is still quite powerful, and the source of information channels is extremely broad. These demon kings have been operating in the demon god world for countless years, and they have their confidants and spies in many places. Of course, they just released the news that they were looking for the 3 little guys, but did not say why they were looking for them. Otherwise, the entire demon world would have gone crazy just for the corpse of the Emperor Demon. Until now, hundreds of years have passed, and the news of the Emperor Demon's corpse is still blocked here, and only the demon kings who participated in the Black Sea incident know about it. So for Wu Yu, this is also good news. Otherwise, if too many people come, the time he will be found will be greatly advanced. It can be said that now he needs time to practice. In the void cracks, the surrounding demon kings may not be able to find his position if they want to find him, and it will take a lot of time. In the Black Sea, those void cracks that have been searched have been proven to have no figure of Wu Yu in them. These searched void cracks have been marked, and some invisible fairy formations have been arranged on the periphery. Therefore, under the protection of these fairy formations, Wu Yu cannot move in the middle, otherwise he will definitely be discovered by these fairy formations, and his position will be completely exposed. In this case, many demon kings use the method of clones to search the void cracks, and the progress is still relatively fast. Of course, in the past 400 or 500 years, only 1/10 of it has been searched. In the void crack, Wu Yu has been constantly comprehending and studying the last 1,000 words of the Vajra indestructible body. He has studied it hundreds of millions, even billions, and tens of billions of times. However, his understanding of this scripture has not yet reached the level of true comprehension. Now Wu Yu knows that this eternal Vajra immortality realm requires 9 Vajra tribulations, each more terrifying than the last, and it takes great pain to endure. Every time a Vajra tribulation is passed, the eternal Vajra immortality realm can be upgraded to a higher level. Passing the 9th level, you can achieve eternal life. Unfortunately, it is completely unpredictable when the Vajra tribulation will come. It depends entirely on Wu Yu's understanding of the 1,000 words of the scripture and some of his previous understanding of the Dao. Finally, 500 years after getting the body of the Emperor Demon, Wu Yu relied on some of the insights he gained from devouring the body of the Emperor Demon, and it seemed to trigger the first level of Vajra tribulation. At that moment, the 1,000-word scripture suddenly condensed inside his body, producing one Vajra knife after another. His body was suddenly filled with densely packed Vajra blades, comparable to Tegzu artifacts. The Vajra knife emerged from his body and cut his flesh rapidly, making him feel almost endless pain at the beginning. This kind of pain was even more terrifying than the previous melting in the sea of fire. After all, countless Vajra knives cut inside his body, as if the whole body had been torn apart, and torn apart again and again. The pain of being cut by the Vajra knife made Wu Yu almost unbearable. However, I have come this far. How can I give up here at the end? I will definitely achieve eternal life. This is only the first level of the eternal Vajra immortal realm. Wu Yu was not afraid at all. If he fell here, it would be a failure, so he forced himself to face the Vajra tribulation in a sober state. There were a total of 100,000 diamond knives, which were condensed from scriptures in his body and kept cutting his body. For an unknown period of time, perhaps hundreds of years, Wu Yu's body was basically in an incomplete state, constantly being cut, and many times even became fragments. But he had endured this kind of pain for almost hundreds of years, and later on, he felt a little numb. This chapter is not over yet, please click on the next page to continue reading. He had gotten used to the cutting of 100,000 diamond knives, and he was used to the pain of his body being cut constantly. This was quite terrifying. For Wu Yu, when he really got used to the cutting of 100,000 diamond knives, he had basically succeeded. The 100,000 diamond knives in his body finally dissipated one after another, and his body became even more terrifying, with extremely strong recovery ability and extremely fast recovery speed. After the 100,000 diamond knives dissipated, his originally fragmented body was almost instantly fused together. This was a diamond knife born from his body, condensed with the scriptures of the indestructible body of diamond, so it was too lethal to Wu Yu. Now Wu Yu felt that even if 100,000 diamond knives cut his body, it was not his limit to bear. After reaching the first level of the eternal Vajra immortality realm, Wu Yu felt that he could continue to improve. After all, he had now comprehended 2 heavenly rule powers and reached the second level of the Tegzu fairy land. The problem was when the Vajra tribulation would come next. It seemed that only by understanding the scriptures could one feel the breath of the Vajra tribulation. So Wu Yu recited the scriptures again and continued to study them, hundreds of billions, hundreds of billions, trillions, 10 trillions. Year after year, Wu Yu repeated the study of the 1,000-word scripture. Coupled with the influence of the Emperor Demon's corpse before, the extremely terrifying understanding contained in it made Wu Yu finally feel the arrival of the Vajra tribulation again. And this time, it was a more difficult challenge for Wu Yu. With the arrival of the second Vajra tribulation, the 1,000-word scripture in his body had condensed into 1 million Vajra knives. As soon as these 1 million Vajra knives appeared, Wu Yu's pain reached 10 times that of the previous one. He could not bear it at once and almost fainted. However, he persisted while he was about to faint, forcing himself to wake up. After reciting the 1,000-word sutra 10 trillion times, he finally had the opportunity to experience the Vajra tribulation. He must not miss it. Once he missed it, all his efforts would be wasted. All these years of time would be wasted. He now had 1 million Vajra knives in his body, constantly cutting his body, making him feel unprecedented pain. Every moment, millions of Vajra knives were sweeping, rotating, cutting, tearing, and bloody in his flesh, bones, internal organs, etc. Before he could recover, he was torn again, and countless pieces of meat were chopped into pieces. But now he was more immersed in this pain, because he could clearly feel that when these 1 million Vajra knives cut his body, every cut made his body stronger and his recovery ability faster. Although his body was in pain, his spirit was extremely firm, which allowed Wu Yu to persist with an almost supreme attitude. 5,000 years. This time of cultivation, 5,000 years had passed since Wu Yu got the body of the eternal Emperor Demon. He finally cultivated the eternal Vajra immortal realm to the second level, and his physical body was truly strong to a certain extent. It can be said that now when facing the Demon King of the level of the Black Yan Demon King, Wu Yu can basically crush and kill him casually, and no longer needs to burn a lot of power to barely defeat him like before. It can be said that Wu Yu's combat power is now completely transformed compared to before. I don't know what the situation is outside. Wu Yu thought in his heart that in the area where this Black Sea is located, he expected that other demon kings should not give up so quickly. After all, the corpse of the Emperor Demon may be a once-in-a-100,000-year opportunity to find it, and wasting these 5,000 years now is nothing. For the demon kings, as long as the Emperor Demon corpse is found, everything is worth it. However, to be on the safe side, Wu Yu still plans to send out his clone first, leave this void crack, and go out to see what the situation is. And now, Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi are still practicing. If there is any situation outside, Wu Yu can also delay some time for them. 100,000 clones, Wu Yu directly transformed into a golden ape, plucked 100,000 monkey hairs from his body, and blew out 100,000 clones that looked completely the same as the original body. Then, he sent 2 clones to leave the void crack. His 2 clones left the void crack quietly, with little noise, and basically no one would notice it in the huge Black Sea. The number of demon kings who kept using their clones to explore his position was not large, so it happened that no demon king nearby noticed that the 2 clones came out of the void crack. But Wu Yu did not dare to be careless. He still let the 2 clones carefully explore other places in the Black Sea, and soon he really discovered the situation. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Heaven Swallowing Record. Author, Fengqing Yang. Chapter 1556. After 5,000 years, Wu Yu asked his clone to go out and explore the situation. He actually found that there were several familiar figures who were constantly wandering and moving in the Black Sea, exploring the void cracks one by one. The entire Black Sea is too vast, and there are countless void cracks. They have been exploring here all the time, which is amazing. Unfortunately, they didn't find me during this period. Wu Yu was somewhat fortunate. If he was found by the other party halfway, his cultivation might be interrupted. In that case, it would be hard to say what the follow-up situation would be. After all, Wu Yu did not have such a strong absolute strength at that time to fight against so many demon kings of the 6th level of the Taixu demon realm. But now, Wu Yu's luck is still good. The clone went out and found the other party's traces directly, and knew that the other party's void cracks were basically only 1/10 away from being able to complete the investigation. Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi were still practicing, and Wu Yu had to buy some time for them. After all, they were now practicing at a critical moment, using the 9th grade Fairy King seal to try to break through to the realm of the Taixu Fairyland. This is extremely important to them. Wu Yu cannot let them interrupt their cultivation. So after thinking about it, he waited for a while. When the other party was about to detect the void crack where he was, he sent out more clones to confuse the demon kings. In this way, he should be able to hold on until Nanshan Wanjiao and the others succeeded in their cultivation. I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network Rightward Arrow Smoke G. Now, Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi are both at the 9th level of the Realm Master Realm, and are the 9 realms immortals. This progress is not small, but the most important thing is to impact the Taixu Fairyland next, which is the real transformation for them. Next, in 100 years, the other party finally detected 9/10 of the remaining void cracks, and there were still thousands of void cracks that they had not detected. Wu Yu also knew that the other party was about to approach, but had not really come to this void crack, so he directly sent out 100,000 lawless clones. The Black Sea, which had been silent for 5,000 years, finally started to boil again. The demon kings were about to give up because they had not received any news about Wu Yu. But now Wu Yu suddenly appeared in the Black Sea, which made the demon kings excited. Finally appeared. These guys are so easy to find. We must control him and see how much of the Emperor Demon's body is left in his hands. The original Demon King jumped up excitedly and rushed into the Black Sea at the first time. For him, he had been waiting for this moment for too long. He guessed that Wu Yu must have swallowed the Emperor Demon's body during this period. But with the realm of the Realm Master, if he really swallowed all the Emperor Demon's body, he would definitely not be able to withstand the explosion and die. Even if he guessed that Wu Yu might use the Emperor Demon's body to improve his realm and break through to the level of Taixu Fairyland. But that was only the first level of Taixu Fairyland. In 5,000 years, it would definitely not be possible to digest all the Emperor Demon's body. How could they know that Wu Yu had a body that can devour the sky and that his devouring ability could digest more than they imagined? In any case, if there were only the previous demon kings, they would no longer be Wu Yu's opponents. But the premise is that Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi must successfully complete this practice and break through to the level of Taixu Fairyland. This is a key point. 100,000 lawless clones were released by Wu Yu and appeared in every corner of the Black Sea. Moreover, each lawless clone had been improved by relying on the powerful and terrifying power of the Emperor Demon Corpse in the previous practice. Although it has not reached the peak, its combat effectiveness is not bad. Any clone is able to fight against the level of the Demon King of Taixu Demon Realm. Therefore, when 100,000 lawless clones appear, even if they are at the level of the original Demon King, they can only destroy a little at a time, and Wu Yu specifically plays hide and seek with them. When these Demon Kings realized that there were 100,000 Wu Yu clones in the entire Black Sea, they were so angry that their lungs were about to explode. To them, these clones were exactly the same as the real Wu Yu, and they could not tell who was the real Wu Yu. After they killed one, there were still more, too many to count. And most importantly, after they killed the clones, the monkey hair that turned into the golden ape returned to Wu Yu, and Wu Yu could continue to turn into clones and come out to interfere. It can be said that Wu Yu's vision now covers almost the entire Black Sea. And there are non-stop extra-legal clones. As long as the extra-legal clones appear in a hidden way and are not discovered by the other party from which void crack they appear, The other party can't do anything to Wu Yu. Wu Yu's clones attracted the attention of all the demon kings. These demon kings were thinking that Wu Yu might want to take advantage of so many clones to escape in the chaos. At the same time, the demon kings were extremely envious of Wu Yu's means. It can be said that the number and quality of these 100,000 clones exceeded their imagination. If they had such clone means, it would probably not take much time to find Wu Yu in the Black Sea. At most, they could check all these void cracks in 100 years. Unfortunately, there is no if in the world. This is the super powerful magical power of the Monkey King. How can anyone possess it? Wu Yu relied on this extra legal clone to continuously delay time, making the demon kings outside angry. And now Wu Yu also knows very well that the demon kings who are still guarding the Black Sea are basically the same as before. The original gold-eating rat, the original demon king, the ancient forbidden demon, the ancient forbidden demon king, the Xuanhuan Vajra lion, the Hunjin demon king, and the golden-horned prehistoric giant rhinoceros, the golden rhinoceros demon king. After 5,000 years, the golden rhinoceros demon king has basically given up, because the golden horned demon king has never found him, and he sent people to find it, but he couldn't find it. It can be basically determined that the golden horned demon king here was killed by Wu Yu. He didn't know that the golden horned demon king was killed by Wu Yu before, and what he saw in the Black Sea was just what Wu Yu changed. The ever-changing, devouring and Monkey King's ability are completely beyond the imagination of these demon kings. If these 4 sixth-day demon kings join hands, they can still cause some trouble to Wu Yu. Of course, Wu Yu is not afraid of them now. They are just a little troublesome to him. These demon kings did not spread the news because they definitely did not want the news of the Emperor Demon's body to leak out. Coincidentally, Wu Yu did not want the news to leak out and cause some big trouble, so this is good news for him. Of course, at the same time, Wu Yu must kill these people, otherwise, when he leaves, these people will definitely spread the news throughout the demon god world. At that time, Wu Yu will be in trouble wherever he goes. Of course, the most important thing for Wu Yu is that in this long cultivation career, he finally reached the Tegzu Fairyland, and even cultivated the indestructible body to the last level. Of course, he wants to personally verify what his current combat power is. Compared with these top demon kings, compared with the likes of Bai Yin Dragon King and Bai Qin Dragon King, what about them? This is the pride in his heart. So, for tens of thousands of years, with these rakes in front of him, how can he not fight after enduring for a long time? Fighting the rules of heaven, naturally means fighting without fear. As time passed, Wu Yu relied on his 100,000 clones to play with all these demon kings, buying enough time for Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi. Finally, more than 200 years after Wu Yu achieved the second level of the Eternal Vajra Immortal Realm, Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi made breakthroughs respectively. They merged the 9th grade Fairy King seal and successfully entered the first level of the Tegzu Fairyland. The realm of the two is still one level lower than Wu Yu, but in terms of actual combat power, Wu Yu is still much stronger than them. Now Wu Yu, with his strong body in the Eternal Vajra Immortal Realm, can completely match the Demon King of the 7th level of the Tegzu Demon Realm. And Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi can only deal with opponents in the 5th level of the Tegzu Demon Realm. If they face the 6th level of the Tegzu Demon Realm, they can barely match them together. After all, Wu Yu is the combination of the body of the devouring heaven and the inheritance of the Monkey King, so he still has some advantages in terms of combat power. When Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi both broke through, it was almost time for Wu Yu to counterattack. After you go out, you will deal with the 5 heavenly demon kings of the 5th level of the Tegzu Demon Realm. There are mainly 3 of them, the 8-winged purple gold mosquito, the ancient golden life tree, and the 8-eyed Luo ape. They are the purple gold demon king, the golden tree demon king, and the 8-eyed demon king. I leave it to you. Wu Yu has already assigned their respective opponents after going out. Yazixi and Nanshan Wanjia will naturally not shirk. For them, they have just broken through and they really need to hone themselves and get familiar with their current strength, so they have no problem with Wu Yu's arrangement. But Yazixi was still a little worried. Brother, will you deal with the remaining 6 demon kings by yourself? Will it be too dangerous? After all, there are 6 demon kings in total. It shouldn't matter. I can use my clones to confuse them first, and then defeat one first, and the remaining 3 will not be a big deal. Wu Yu would not be too stubborn and would not have to fight 4 people alone. Anyway, his goal was to destroy these demon kings and prevent them from spreading the news of the emperor's body. After making up their minds, the 3 of them left the void crack. Now there are still many clones of Wu Yu wreaking havoc in the Black Sea outside. Many demon kings are annoyed, and even some demon kings have gathered together to quickly clean up these Wu Yu's extra-legal clones. They joined hands, and the speed of cleaning up Wu Yu's clones was indeed much faster, and soon there were only a few clones left in the field. In this case, Wu Yu did not provoke this group of demon kings, but first selected a lone 6th demon king, the original demon king. This original gold-eating rat was quite selfish and cunning, so it did not act with other demon kings. It might be thinking that it would be great if it could kill Wu Yu's body alone and get the emperor demon corpse that he had not yet devoured. This also gave Wu Yu an opportunity. If he could kill this original gold-eating rat first, then the remaining 3 6th-day demon kings would join forces to cause less trouble to Wu Yu. In front of him, this original gold-eating rat was cleaning up Wu Yu's lawless clone, and it looked a little impatient. Wu Yu seized the opportunity and appeared directly in front of the other party. While the other party didn't know that this was his body, he launched a swift and fierce attack on the other party. Heaven-swallowing record. Author, Feng Qing Yang. Chapter 1557. Now, it is the strongest moment in history when Wu Yu has just broken through to the Taixu Fairyland and reached the 2nd level of the Taixu Fairyland. The original demon king in front of him might have been able to suppress Wu Yu. If Wu Yu did not burn too fiercely, he would definitely not be his opponent. However, after devouring the body of the emperor demon, Wu Yu's progress in the past 5,000 years is really too great. Wu Yu's body suddenly appeared in front of the original demon king, and then changed into the appearance of a golden ape, and the law of heaven and earth made Wu Yu's whole body several times larger than that of the original demon king. Golden Fire Heavenly Rules. Wu Yu finally used the power of the heavenly rules that he had comprehended for the first time. Countless golden fire forces were like surging waves, almost instantly submerging the original demon king. Under the blessing of the law of heaven and earth and violent techniques, Wu Yu's golden fire heavenly rules burst out with terrifying power. The original demon king was originally the original gold-eating rat, which was basically the strongest state. At most, he didn't notice that Wu Yu's body had launched an attack on him. The main reason was that he didn't expect Wu Yu's body to dare to appear in front of him. Now, the power of the gold fire heavenly rule was like a wave, surging and wrapping the original demon king in it. Then he heard a scream. The original demon king reacted and wanted to use means to defend himself, but he couldn't resist Wu Yu's power of the gold fire heavenly rule at all. Now Wu Yu, with the 2nd level of the eternal Vajra immortal realm, has a terrifying power. The original demon king just screamed and was completely killed by Wu Yu's gold fire heavenly rule. One move of the heavenly rule killed the 6th heavenly demon king, which is his current strength. Wu Yu then transformed into a giant beast that swallowed the body of the original demon king. In terms of the understanding of the Tao, the original demon king and the emperor demon's body are completely incomparable. Now he urgently needs power and needs to silence people. Although the swallowing effect is not particularly great, a mosquito leg is still meat no matter how small it is. Wu Yu was eager to return to heaven and couldn't wait too long. He still cared about how Luo Ben was over there. He wanted to find Nangong Wei to find out. Why did that day happen? But if the original demon king devoured it, Wu Yu could still get his previous memories, which might play an important role in Wu Yu's understanding of the entire demon god world. Of course, he didn't pay much attention to such memories. After all, he didn't want to know anything from the original Demon King. However, the more inadvertent it was, the more unexpected it would be. This harvest was about Zhuiying. Before Zhuiying ascended to the demon god world, there had been no news, and Wu Yu was still very concerned about his situation. He had been looking for him for a long time, but there was no response, but he didn't expect to get the news by accident today. For the time being, he still had some doubts about this news. Of course, Zhuiying should still be alive, and there were some things he couldn't figure out. But now is not the time to deal with this news, because when he just killed the original Demon King, the original Demon King finally screamed, which has spread throughout the Black Sea. I am afraid that several other Demon Kings will come soon. This made Wu Yu put away his thoughts and put the news of Zhuiying aside for the time being. After the screams of the original Demon King spread throughout the Black Sea, Wu Yu immediately made preparations. Now, the entire Black Sea is almost boiling. The ancient forbidden Demon King, the muddy gold Demon King, the golden rhino Demon King, and the three Demon Kings in the realm of the sixth-day Demon King rushed towards Wu Yu and formed a triangle, surrounding Wu Yu from three directions. As for the other 5-day Demon Kings, they naturally surrounded him as well, but the three 5-day Demon Kings in the 5th level of the Taixu Demon realm were blocked by Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi. They can defeat the opponent of the 6th-day Demon King together, and it is not a big problem to deal with the three 5-day Demon Kings. After stopping the 5 heavenly Demon King, Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi joined forces and directly exerted the power of the heavenly rules they had just comprehended to confront the opponent. The 5 heavenly Demon Kings, including the 8-winged purple gold mosquito, the 8-eyed Luo ape and the ancient golden life tree, were all in their original forms. They didn't take Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi seriously. However, when they joined forces to exert their means, their own heavenly rules power burst out, and the 3 Demon Kings were shocked. But it was too late to be shocked now. Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi took the initiative and began to suppress them all the time, which had a terrifying killing power on them. These 3 Demon Kings could not even exert half of their own strength. They were completely suppressed. For them, this was the result of underestimating the enemy. However, on the battlefield over there, for the 3 remaining 6 heavenly Demon Kings on the field, it did not have much impact. For them, the death of the 3 Demon Kings meant that they had fewer people to compete for the Emperor Demon Corpse. Anyway, they surrounded Wu Yu and felt that they had firmly trapped him and would definitely not let him escape. How much of the Emperor Demon Corpse is left? Tell the truth. The ancient forbidden Demon King transformed into his original form, a combination of jellyfish and octopus, floating in the Black Sea, like a fish in water. For him, in such an environment, he can exert the strongest combat power, so he is now very confident that he can become the final winner. Although this matter took too long, 5,000 years have passed, but for them, as long as they can get the Emperor Demon Corpse, everything is worth it, and it all depends on the final wave of scramble. The Hunjin Demon King transformed into the original form of the Xuanhuan King Kong Lion, staring at Wu Yu with a pair of lion eyes. You killed my brother, you must pay for his life, today is your death. This chapter is not over yet, please click the next page to continue reading. The Golden Rhino Demon King is also the original form of the Golden Horned Great Rhino. He is sturdy and imposing in the Black Sea. Did you kill the Golden Horned Demon King? If not, just give me the Emperor Demon's body, and I will leave here. I won't care about your life or death. It seems that the Golden Rhino Demon King no longer cares about the Golden Horned Demon King. After all, it has been a long time now, and the Emperor Demon's body is the most important. If the Golden Rhino Demon King can get the Emperor Demon's body, it will be a good harvest. In the eyes of the Golden Rhino Demon King, Wu Yu must want his life more than the Emperor Demon's body. As long as he hands over the Emperor Demon's body, he can live. Why not? If the corpse of the Emperor Demon reaches the Golden Rhino Demon King, he will have the initiative. At that time, Wu Yu will have no impact on him. Whether the Hunjin Demon King kills Wu Yu or not is none of his business. As for the ancient Forbidden Demon King, he is naturally only concerned about the corpse of the Emperor Demon. No matter what, now they all think that they have surrounded Wu Yu and Wu Yu is dead. But Wu Yu didn't talk nonsense with them at all. These three demon kings didn't know that in the past 5,000 years, Wu Yu was able to completely devour the corpse of the Emperor Demon and made him reach a very terrifying level. Now, these 6-day demon kings are not Wu Yu's opponents alone. Now even if the three of them unite, they can barely resist Wu Yu for a while. What's more, there is suspicion between the three of them, which makes it easier to deal with them. First of all, for Wu Yu, the Hunjin Demon King must be dealt with first, because this person has a good relationship with the Yuanjin Demon King. Wu Yu killed the Yuanjin Demon King in front of him, and he, as his brother, can't let him go. Therefore, the Hunjin Demon King had the strongest killing intention towards him, while the other two Demon Kings did not have much killing intention, and they mainly wanted to get the body of the Emperor Demon. In that case, let's fight. The fighting blood in Wu Yu's body began to boil. What he most desired was this kind of head-on battle. With the inheritance of the great sage equaling heaven, the more he experienced battles, the more training he would have, and the more it would promote his growth. The inheritance of the fighting Buddha can naturally be inherited through countless battles. When the 3-6 heavenly demon kings put pressure on Wu Yu with words, they had no idea that Wu Yu actually wanted to fight them. Battle Heavenly Rules. Facing the siege of the 3-6 heavenly demon kings, Wu Yu finally activated the battle heavenly rules engraved on the immortal king immortal god in his body. A terrifying momentum and power instantly poured into Wu Yu's body. Under the blessing of the battle heavenly rules, all his strength was improved, and even the strength of his physical body was terrifyingly increased. Then, while the 3-6 heavenly demon kings were somewhat stunned and did not understand Wu Yu's move, Wu Yu once again used the magical power of the somersault cloud to reverse the void. In the next moment, he reversed the Kinkan world and the void world, allowing the 3-6 heavenly demon kings to enter his void world, completely isolated from the outside environment. Just attack, why are you talking nonsense to him? Feeling that his power seemed to be suppressed in this void world, the ancient forbidden demon king suddenly became angry. He was too lazy to say any more nonsense and finally decided to attack Wu Yu. His target was the Emperor Demon Corpse. Wu Yu's life or death had nothing to do with him, so he should kill Wu Yu first and then consider the Emperor Demon Corpse. Ancient Forbidden Heavenly Rules. Ancient Forbidden Technique. This ancient forbidden demon, that is, the ancient forbidden demon king, immediately used his own heavenly rules. A terrifying golden ray of light condensed from his body that was a combination of jellyfish and octopus, and then instantly shot towards Wu Yu. This ancient forbidden heavenly rule is the killer of the ancient forbidden demon. Even if the 5-day demon king or even the 6-day demon king is completely affected by this heavenly rule, the overall strength will be greatly reduced, and the body function will be destroyed, and it is very likely to be directly disabled. Xuanhuan Heavenly Fate King Fire, Hunjin Demon King also used the heavenly rule method, and a purple gold flame suddenly sprayed out from his mouth. This was the terrifying heavenly rule power that he had stirred up the entire Black Sea before. Now, this heavenly rule power is completely condensed together, and it is more powerful when it is specially concentrated. It is completely concentrated on Wu Yu alone, and the pressure it brings to Wu Yu is also incomparable and tyrannical. Golden Horn Heavenly Rule. The rhino horn on the top of the golden rhino demon king's head instantly bloomed with golden light, and then a golden field quickly expanded with his body as the center, even covering Wu Yu's entire void world, and then pulling Wu Yu into it. The 3-6-day demon kings attacked at the same time. This is the biggest challenge for Wu Yu in history, but now Wu Yu is also the strongest Wu Yu in history. I went out to do some work today, and wrote 1 chapter when I came back. I still owe you 3 chapters last time. I owe you 4 chapters today. I can update 3 chapters starting tomorrow. The feeling of owing chapters is the same as owing money. I feel very uncomfortable, but I can't continue writing. I hope everyone understands. I'm crazy and work hard. Heaven-swallowing record. Author, Fengqing Yang. Chapter 1558. Wu Yu was still a little eager to defeat the 3 sixth-day Demon Kings when facing them. Because he had devoured the original Demon King before and got the news of Zhu from his memory, he didn't want to dwell on it anymore. After so long, he really wanted to know the specific situation of Zhu now. I hope readers will remember our domain name Taiwan Novel Network rightward arrow dot. And what he knew from the original Demon King's memory was not very clear, so he needed to go there in person according to the original Demon King's memory. When the 3 sixth-day Demon Kings, the Hunjin Demon King, the Jingxi Demon King, and the Gujin Demon King, launched an offensive against Wu Yu at the same time, the might was almost overwhelming, and the terrifying power came suddenly, completely covering Wu Yu. Wu Yu has now transformed into a golden ape, and the power of the battle heaven rules lingers around his body. His whole body exudes a golden color, and the unparalleled fighting aura spreads throughout the venue. With his terrifyingly strong body, he decided to resist the methods of 2 of the Demon Kings and kill one of them first, relying on the second level of the eternal Vajra immortal realm he had cultivated. He estimated that the ancient forbidden Demon King was the biggest threat to him, and that the ancient forbidden Demon King was the type that was more likely to escape, so he targeted him first. Yanyun Yin. In this reversed void world, Wu Yu's control over the void had reached the pinnacle. The somersault cloud instantly condensed the void, and the Yanyun Yin exploded in front of the ancient forbidden Demon King. The terrifying destructive power immediately bombarded the jellyfish octopus body of the ancient forbidden Demon King, tearing it into pieces. In addition, the Hunyuan Tianming Wanghuo of the Hunjin Demon King and the Jinjiao Tiangi power of the Jingxi Demon King completely bombarded Wu Yu's golden ape body. However, these 2 forces were originally weaker than before in the void world where the void was reversed. In addition to Wu Yu's unparalleled physical body and the battle rules in his body that now lingered around his whole body, he completely resisted the offensive of these 2 forces, which shocked the opponent. Even if they were both Demon Kings of the 6th level of the Taixu Demon realm, the Hunjin Demon King and the Jingxi Demon King would not be unable to hurt each other at all. Now seeing that their methods were of no use to Wu Yu, they were a little panicked. They watched the Hunyuan Heavenly Fate King fire and the power of the Jinjiao Heavenly Rules quickly dissipate in front of Wu Yu's golden ape body, and then what appeared in front of them was the body of the ancient forbidden Demon King that had been blasted into pieces, which made their faces suddenly sank. To be honest, this kind of opponent was a bit unexpected for them. They never thought that Wu Yu could reach this level. Under the joint bombardment of the 3 of them, not only was there nothing wrong with him, but he even killed the ancient forbidden Demon King. The power that just killed the ancient forbidden Demon King left Hunjin Demon King and Jingxi Demon King with some lingering fear. If that power was used against them, they would probably be the ones who became corpses now. Has the Emperor Demon's corpse been completely absorbed by you? Hunjin Demon King's face became extremely gloomy, and he asked a question out of the blue. Seeing that Wu Yu actually had such ability, Hunjin Demon King naturally thought of this. If this is true, then for Hunjin Demon King, staying will not gain anything. Even if he can defeat Wu Yu, it will be a difficult defeat. He may be seriously injured, or even unable to defeat Wu Yu, and be killed. This possibility exists. Moreover, if the Emperor Demon's corpse is completely absorbed by Wu Yu, he will not get any benefits. Staying will only be a risk. Of course, on the other hand, he saw his brother Yuanjin Demon King being killed by Wu Yu with his own eyes, but now, he is obviously not suitable to avenge his brother. He decided to get away first, Spread the news of the Emperor Demon's corpse, and then let more demon kings come to trouble Wu Yu. There are so many demon kings in the demon god realm, and the Hunjin demon king doesn't believe that no one can subdue Wu Yu. Unfortunately, his idea is not wrong, but how could Wu Yu let him go now? The Golden Rhino Demon King turned around and wanted to leave when he saw this, and used another power of breaking the world heavenly rules to break Wu Yu's void reversal with the horn of the golden prehistoric giant rhino, leaving the void world where he was and escaping from the Black Sea. But Wu Yu did not hesitate at all. After killing the ancient forbidden Demon King with the Annihilation Cloud Seal, he immediately activated the Golden Fire heavenly rules. A golden flame power fell and enveloped the Golden Rhino Demon King, who wanted to escape in an instant. The terrifying power of the Golden Fire heavenly rule burned and incinerated everything. At this moment, only the Golden Rhino Demon King screamed, and then his body was burned into charcoal in the Golden Fire heavenly rule, and was also cut into pieces by the golden power in it. All this happened in a flash. For Wu Yu, it was a continuous killing. He ignored the opponent's offensive and continued to attack with his strong body. Every offensive could kill one of the opponents. The death of the Golden Rhino Demon King only happened when the Hunjin Demon King finished speaking. This frightened the Hunjin Demon King so much that he didn't dare to wait for Wu Yu's reply after speaking, and turned around and wanted to escape. Thunder Flame Emperor God Heavenly Pillar. Wu Yu couldn't let him go. The Golden Ape followed closely behind him. The terrifying Thunder Flame Emperor God Heavenly Pillar in his hand instantly burst out with the Thunder Flame Heavenly Rule. A thunderous divine thunder fell, and the body of the golden horned prehistoric giant rhinoceros was instantly covered by the divine thunder. The Thunder Flame Heavenly Rule destroyed it and completely turned it into ashes. So far, the 3 sixth-day demon kings who fought against Wu Yu have all died in battle. For Wu Yu, this also proves that his current strength is definitely able to compete with the existence of the 7th level of Taixu demon realm. This chapter is not over yet, please click on the next page to continue reading. Of course, if it is the 8th level of Taixu demon realm, Wu Yu still has no way to deal with it now. Even if it burns to the limit, I am afraid it can only fight 50-50. Moreover, if there is no Emperor Demon corpse for him to devour, this level of burning may take tens of thousands of years to recover. For Wu Yu, there is no need to provoke the top Demon King of the 8th level of Taixu demon realm. This kind of Demon King is considered a top existence in the entire demon god world. However, the news about Zhuiying that he got from the memory of the original Demon King is somewhat related to this top Demon King. Wu Yu is not particularly clear about the specific situation, but he knows from the memory of the original Demon King that he learned that the Hell Dragon King has a new son, who is a relatively rare demon blood Zhuiying, who happened to have just ascended not long ago. So this is most likely the 9 infants that Wu Yu knew. Regarding the Hell Dragon King, its true form is the 9-headed Hell Dark Dragon, which is the same as the Wuxian blood Qi in Dongsheng Shenzhou. It belongs to the race of divine dragons, but because of its dark attributes, it cannot ascend to the heavens and can only come to the demon god realm. It is a kind of demon dragon. This Hell Dragon King has 9 dragon heads, but he doesn't like people calling him the 9-headed Demon King. Instead, he asks to be called the Hell Dragon King. This is an existence of the 8th level of the Taixu demon realm. He is one of the top demon kings in the current demon god realm, basically a hegemon. Like the Hunjin Demon King and the original Demon King, they are not even worthy of carrying shoes in front of this Hell Dragon King, and it is not so easy to even become the subordinates of the Hell Dragon King. There are more details about this part of the memory of the original Demon King. Wu Yu plans to consider his action plan later. He first devoured the bodies of the remaining 3 sixth-day Demon Kings. It was impossible for him to comprehend more about the Dao, and his strength could not be increased. However, the memories of these 3 Demon Kings were still very useful to Wu Yu. Of course, there was no memory of Zhuiying like the original Demon King, So the memories of these three demon kings were basically like familiarity with the entire demon god world for Wu Yu. Now it can be said that Wu Yu's understanding of the demon god world has surpassed many other demon kings in the Taixu demon realm. After all, he combined the memories of too many demon kings and could know a lot of things. These three demon kings naturally knew the existence of the Hell Dragon King, and knew that the Hell Dragon King was not easy to mess with. It was a top demon king who occupied a land equivalent to the paradise on earth and built a 10,000 demons underworld city. Basically, only the Hell Dragon King and his subordinates could cultivate and practice in the 10,000 demons underworld city. This Wanyaoming Cheng is a place that retains a large amount of demon fairy energy. You should know that the fairy energy in the entire demon god world is quite barren and scarce. There are very few places with such a sufficient demon fairy energy. Such places are all occupied by top demon kings. The Hell Dragon King is one of them. There are really a lot of things about the Hell Dragon King. Wu Yu did not pay too much attention to it for the time being. After swallowing the bodies of the 3 sixth-day demon kings, he was ready to help Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi. However, when he arrived, he found that the two of them had joined forces to kill the other 3 5-day demon kings. The ancient golden life tree, the 8-winged purple gold mosquito, and the 8-eyed fire ape were not their opponents and have now died. Wu Yu breathed a sigh of relief and swallowed the bodies of the 3 demon kings and obtained their memories. Now the matter of the corpse of the Black Sea Emperor demon has basically come to an end. All the demon kings who were related to this matter are now dead, and it is impossible for this news to be spread. It can be said that Wu Yu and his men are safe and will not get into trouble because of the corpse of the Emperor demon. Who could have thought that so many sixth-day demon kings came together to plot against the corpse of the Emperor demon, but in the end, it was Wu Yu, who was originally only at the realm of the Lord God, who got the advantage. Moreover, so many demon kings all died near the Black Sea, and their bodies were not found. To the outside world, these demon kings have been mysterious for 5,000 years, and few people know where they are and what they are doing. So even if they are all killed now, it is likely that their subordinates will still find out that they have disappeared for at least a few hundred years. Next, it is necessary to consolidate the cultivation, clean up a little, and prepare to find Zhu to see what his current situation is. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Heaven Swallowing Record. Author, Feng Qing Yang. Chapter 1559. The city of 10,000 demons absolutely belongs to the Dragon King of Hell. It is difficult for outsiders to enter unless they are allowed. It is basically impossible for Wu Yu and the others to go in directly, unless he has a way, which is to change into the identity of the original Demon King. Although the original Demon King hangs out near 10,000 Demons Undercity, he is not considered a member of 10,000 Demons Undercity. You can enter if you want, but you have to be careful. There is also a friend of the original Demon King in 10,000 Demons Undercity. So there is no problem in entering the city of 10,000 demons. As for Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi, they naturally used their own methods. One disappeared without a trace in the sky, and the other turned into black sand and clung to Wu Yu's body. In this way, all 3 of them can enter the 10,000 demons underworld city. After the plan was made, Wu Yu and the other 3 took a rest for more than a month, basically consolidating their recently improved understanding, and then finally started on the road. They had already left the Black Sea for more than a month, and randomly found a crack in the void in the demon god realm to practice. Leave now. No one has noticed the disappearance of the Hunjin Demon King and the others before. After all, this short period of 1 month is too short for the demon god and demon king. If a few people are missing, no one will notice at all. When people realize that the Hunjin Demon King and the Black Yan Demon King are dead, if it is not a coincidence, no one may find out for hundreds of years. Wu Yu and the others headed to the city of 10,000 demons. This is a place that occupies the top immortal territory in the demon god world. It is a territory that only the top demon kings in the entire demon god world are qualified to occupy. Its owner, the Dragon King of Hell, may even achieve the level of the Immortal Emperor. After all, compared with other demon kings of the same realm, the Dragon King of Hell is still quite young. The scope of the demon god realm is also extremely vast. It took Wu Yu and the others more than a month to finally reach the vicinity of 10,000 Demons Underworld City. Strictly speaking, this so-called 10,000 Demons Underworld City is not a city, but an area surrounded by black dark clouds. 1,000 Demons Underworld Chi. There are many comparable Xiaomu World Peak and Black Sea in it. World-sized mountains. There are tens of thousands of demons cultivating in this area. All of them are subordinates of the Hell Dragon King. They need to have at least the Realm Lord God realm to be eligible to join the Hell Dragon King's camp. These tens of thousands of demons all work for the Dragon King of Hell, and among them there are more than 5,000 demon kings from the Taixu demon realm. The entire 10,000 Demons Underworld City can be regarded as one of the top forces in the entire demon god realm. Looking from afar, the 10,000 Demons Underworld City is shrouded by countless 10,000 Demons Underworld Chi, with black clouds pressing down on the city. These 10,000 Demons Underworld Chi are similar to the fairy energy in heaven, and they play a key role in the cultivation of demon gods. There is simply no such strong fairy spirit in other places. Just by looking at it from a distance, you can feel the rich power contained in it. If the demon god can practice in it, the speed will be at least 10 times faster than in other barren places with immortal energy in the demon god world, or even more than 10 times. Therefore, the Dragon King of Hell can control such a large area, which also shows that he is one of the strongest top demon kings in the demon god world. It is said that there is not even an immortal emperor demon in the current demon god world, but if things continue like this, the Hell Dragon King is likely to become an immortal emperor demon. Nanshan Wanjiao looked at the dark cloud-filled city of 10,000 monsters and said with some emotion. During this period of time, he has made rapid progress, even reaching the realm of Taixu Immortal Realm, and because he used the 9th grade Immortal King seal to break through, in fact, his future is comparable to that of the son of the ancient giant spirit god. The level of a super powerful immortal in heaven. The same is naturally true for Yezixi. Although one of them is a demon and the other is a ghost cultivator, in Wu Yu's opinion, there is no difference between them and immortals. Arriving at the city of 10,000 demons, Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi each used their own methods to hide. Without a trace in the sky, turning into black sand is their own method. It can even be said that it is similar to Wu Yu's somersault cloud. Its magic is definitely not comparable to that of the gods and gods in the world of demons and gods, hell, and even heaven. I'm afraid only top immortals, ghosts, and gods can have this level of methods. So it looked as if Wu Yu was alone, transforming into the original gold-devouring rat, the original demon king, and approaching the 10,000 demons underworld city. Wu Yu previously sent a messenger talisman to contact Zhu, but the other party did not respond. This made Wu Yu feel a little worried and vigilant. Because under normal circumstances, if Zhu becomes the adopted son of the Dragon King of Hell, he must have a very high status. It is impossible for the messenger talisman not to reply. You must know that it has been so many years. If Zhu knew that Wu Yu came to the demon god realm to find him, it would be impossible. No response. Of course, it is also possible that Zhu is in seclusion and it is normal for him not to reply, but Wu Yu doesn't know exactly how. The original Demon King definitely has no access to such higher level things, but he only got a Zhu just news about the baby. In any case, Wu Yu must act carefully and cannot rush into it rashly, so transforming into the original Demon King and sneaking into the 10,000 demons underworld city is the only way. Nanshan Wanjiao used Tianyu Wuotang and followed Wu Yu. To be honest, with his understanding of Tianyu Wuotang, it was unlikely that anyone in the entire 10,000 demons underworld city would be able to discover him. The most important thing to know is that in the past 5,000 years of cultivation in the void cracks of the Black Sea, in addition to reaching the Taigzu demon realm, more importantly, he also understood and practiced other magical methods. Relying on the understanding of the demon emperor that Wu Yu had instilled in him and inherited from him, he made rapid progress in these magical powers. Even the level of the Hell Dragon King might not be able to discover Nanshan Wanjiao, who had used the Heaven Realm Traceless. This chapter is not over yet, please click on the next page to continue reading. The same is true for Yezixi. Her ability to turn into black sand has now become more silent and has lost any breath of living beings. When she was in the Black Sea, she was trapped in the Xuanhuan Golden World by the Xuanhuan Demon King and the Yuan Jin Demon King when she turned into black sand. But if it were now, this kind of thing would never happen. In other words, there are not many people in the Wanyao Ming Cheng who can discover and control her. Even in the Wanyao Ming Cheng, the realm of the six heavenly Demon King is considered to be a very powerful existence. Although it is not the top, it still has some power. This kind of identity is rare in the Wanyao Ming Cheng, and it is not easy to see, so basically, Nanshan Wanjiao and Yezixi do not need to be afraid of being discovered by others. Wu Yu used the ability of the sky-devouring beast to disguise himself as the original gold-eating rat. The image of this original Demon King had always been active in this area, so it was not unfamiliar to the demon gods of Wanyao Ming Cheng, and entering Wanyao Ming Cheng would not attract too much attention. Wu Yu searched the memory of the original Demon King and knew that he had a friend named Shadow Demon King in Wanyao Ming Cheng. The first thing he thought of was to find this Shadow Demon King to ask. This is the realm of a 4-day Demon King. The strength of the 4th level of the Taigzu Demon realm makes the Shadow Demon King have a good status in Wanyao Ming Cheng, so he may know something about the Hell Dragon King. After entering Wanyao Ming Cheng, the infinite Wanyao Mingqi enveloped Wu Yu and surrounded him. This feeling must be very good for the demon gods. This Wanyao Mingqi is actually similar to the fairy qi in the heaven, but it is not exactly the same as the fairy qi. It is a kind of power that is more suitable for demon gods to absorb for cultivation and improve their realm level. Relying on the situation in his memory, Wu Yu quickly rushed to one of the mountains with more abundant 10,000 demons dark qi in the 10,000 demons dark city. Along the way, many demon gods still saw him, but they all recognized his identity. The original Demon King was at the level of the 6 heavenly Demon King, and these small demon gods could not provoke or offend him. Moreover, it seems that the reputation of the original Demon King has not been very good, so the other demon gods and even demon kings who saw him along the way did not come up to greet him, but avoided him from a distance. This undoubtedly reduced some trouble for Wu Yu. Although he had the memory of the original Demon King and knew his personality, he could answer fluently even if he was questioned, but it was always more convenient to have less trouble, and he could learn about the situation of Zhuiying faster. About half a month later, Wu Yu finally came to a mountain in the 10,000 Demons Dark City. This mountain was dedicated to the friend of the original Demon King, the Shadow Demon King. When Wu Yu arrived, the Shadow Demon King was cultivating in his original form. It was a shadow demon worm, and its huge insect body was breathing in and out the dark qi of 10,000 demons on the mountain peak. These dark qi of 10,000 demons constantly transformed its body, making it move towards a higher level. When he saw the Shadow Demon King, Wu Yu breathed a sigh of relief, because he knew that in the past 5,000 years or so, it seemed that not many things had changed. The Shadow Demon King was still only at the 4th level of the Taigzu demon realm, but its strength seemed to have become a little more tyrannical, and its deterrence was also stronger than the memory of the original Demon King that Wu Yu had obtained. Of course, for Wu Yu, or for the original Demon King, the 4 heavenly Demon King realm was really nothing. But now he couldn't look down on the other party, after all, he needed the Shadow Demon King now. When Wu Yu arrived at the mountain peak, the Shadow Demon King almost immediately knew his arrival and stopped practicing temporarily. Anyway, it was not at a critical moment, and he could stop at any time. Instead, the original Demon King had disappeared for a long time, and now suddenly came to the door, which made the Shadow Demon King a little strange and a little surprised. After all, for the Shadow Demon King, it is quite a good thing to have a good relationship with the sixth-day Demon King. When doing things outside, there are still people who will give the original Demon King some face. He was still wondering what the original Demon King was like now. Could he have been killed by someone outside? Now it seems that he has not been killed yet, which is of course something worth rejoicing about. Heaven-swallowing record. Author, Fengqing Yang. Chapter 1560. Wu Yu disguised himself as the original Demon King and began to chat with the Shadow Demon King. Of course, the Shadow Demon King asked Wu Yu why he hadn't appeared in these thousands of years, and whether something had happened. Naturally, Wu Yu casually brushed off such questions and said that he had been practicing in seclusion. Now that I have reached a bottleneck in my cultivation, I have finally come out. Wu Yu wanted to bring the topic to Zhu Ying, which also required some technical skills. Fortunately, he got all the memories of the original Demon King and knew this guy's speaking style, so he talked about this while chatting. 10,000 Demons Underworld City comes up. The 10,000 Demons Chi in the 10,000 Demons Underworld City is really suitable for cultivation. If I can practice here, I will definitely get twice the result with half the effort, Wu Yu said with emotion, pretending to be a little regretful. The Shadow Demon King smiled. Don't you like being restrained and controlled by others? If you want to come to the city of 10,000 demons, it's not impossible, but from now on you must obey the instructions of the Dragon King of Hell. And to be honest, on the outskirts of the 10,000 demons underworld city where I am, the 10,000 demons underworld chi is not particularly strong. In the core area of the 10,000 demons underworld city, within the Nether Dragon domain, that is where the true 10,000 demons underworld chi gathers. Cultivating there is much better than in the netherworld. I can climb this small mountain 10 times faster. Oh, by the way, speaking of this, I heard before that the Dragon King of Hell accepted an adopted son. He seemed to be called Zhuing or something. This guy seems to have just ascended to the demon god realm, right? He can be adopted as his adopted son. He must be qualified to practice in the Nether Dragon territory. I really envy this boy. Wu Yu finally brought the topic to Zhu Ying. When the Shadow Demon King heard the words Zhu Ying, he shook his head and said, he is respected by his bloodline and his talent is extremely high. It is said that the Dragon King of Hell is training him as the next successor, and even it is possible to cultivate it into an immortal emperor demon. Of course, none of us have seen this 9 infants. It is estimated that only the Demon King of the Nether Dragon realm has seen it. If you want to enter the Nether Dragon realm to practice, at least reach the realm of the 5 heavenly Demon King. The 5-day Demon King realm. In other words, even you, brother, can't enter the Nether Dragon realm. Wu Yu pretended to be surprised. This was not in the memory of the original Demon King, because the original Demon King had not studied the specific situation in the 10,000 demons underworld city before. Yes, only those who have reached the realm of the 5 heaven Demon King can go to the Nether Dragon domain to practice. In the entire 10,000 demons underworld city, everyone who can practice in the Nether Dragon domain is a big shot. Among them, there are more than 35-day Demon Kings and 6-day Demon Kings. 9. 3 Demon Kings of the 7 heavens, and finally the Dragon King of Hell. There are only about 50 Demon Kings who are qualified to practice in the Nether Dragon domain. The Shadow Demon King said with some pity that he felt that he had a tendency to break through these days, but he still lacked the understanding of the Tao, so he could not reach the realm of the 5 heavenly Demon King, otherwise he would have been able to go to the underworld dragon. Practice within the domain. But the Shadow Demon King is not in a hurry. Anyway, he still has a long lifespan, and one day he will be able to go to the Nether Dragon domain. By then, he will also be a very important figure in the 10,000 demons Nether City. Even as long as he can enter the Hell Dragon domain, the Shadow Demon King feels that he can be on an equal footing with the Wild Six Heavenly Demon King like the original Demon King. After all, he is backed by the 10,000 Demons Underworld City, who is respected by the Hell Dragon King. So Wu Yu followed this topic and asked, "Brother, you haven't even seen the 9 infants? Then this 9 infants must be fake, maybe, there is no such person at all. No one can say for sure, but this person should still exist, otherwise the Dragon King of Hell would not have spread the news. I believe that when the 9 infants appear, they will definitely be a big shot that shocks the world." The Shadow Demon King sighed and felt a little emotional, envious of the experience of the 9 infants. This rare bloodline of the 9 infant demons was valued by the Hell Dragon King and really reached the sky in one step. Next, Wu Yu chatted with him casually some more, and then planned to leave. From the Shadow Demon King's mouth, Wu Yu still learned a lot of things that the original Demon King had not asked about before. For example, the Nether Dragon domain is the core of the 10,000 Demons Underworld City. Only those who have reached the level of 5 Heavenly Demon King are eligible to join. Among them, in the Nether Dragon realm, all demons and ghosts are top-notch, and practicing in it can be said to be the fastest in the entire demon god world. Moreover, the Shadow Demon King also mentioned some details about joining the Dark Dragon realm. For example, if you want to enter the Hell Dragon realm, you must seek refuge with the Hell Dragon King, and you also need a high entry into the city gift and pay tribute every 100 years in order to receive protection and the 10,000 demons dark chi used for cultivation. Of course, these tributes and city entrance gifts are relatively generous to many demon kings. Giving them to the Dragon King of Hell will definitely make them feel painful, but for the best cultivation conditions, they are definitely willing to hand over these things. What's more, you can still get the protection of the Dragon King of Hell. You only need to give away a few things and occasionally help the Dragon King of Hell with some things. Why not? So after Wu Yu said goodbye to the Shadow Demon King, he planned to go to the Nether Dragon domain to see if he could join the Nether Dragon domain. As for the entrance gifts and tributes that needed to be handed over, Wu Yu had a lot. He had killed many 6 Heaven Demon King before. Whether it was the ancient Forbidden Demon King, the Dark Gold Demon King or the Golden Rhinoceros Demon King, he had a lot of good things in his hands. His property could be said to be quite rich, which allowed Wu Yu to there is no need to worry about lack of resources in the demon god realm. The Shadow Demon King was quite supportive of Wu Yu's decision. If the original Demon King could join the 10,000 Demons Underworld City, the 10,000 Demons Underworld City would be even more powerful. Moreover, the Shadow Demon King had not yet established a particularly good relationship with any Demon King from the Underworld Dragon domain, so it was not very convenient to do some things. This chapter is not over yet, please click on the next page to continue reading. If the original Demon King came in, he would ask the original Demon King for help when he wanted to do something, which would be much more convenient. Of course, the Shadow Demon King was still a little worried, and said before Wu Yu left, "Last time, the Lord Hell Dragon King tried to recruit you, but you didn't agree. Now if you want to join the Underworld Dragon domain, the Lord Hell Dragon King might have an opinion on you. However, if you are more sincere and give more gifts for entering the city, the Lord Hell Dragon King should not make things too difficult for you." The Shadow Demon King did have a good relationship with the original Demon King, so he hoped that he could stand in the same camp with him. However, Wu Yu finally thought about it and shook his head, saying, "I'd better wait for a while. If Lord Hell Dragon King is angry, I will probably not be approved to join the Nether Dragon domain. I'll wait and see if he is in a better mood, and then apply to join the Nether Dragon domain." "That's great." The Shadow Demon King smiled and nodded, but then reminded, "But don't do anything sneaky in this 10,000 demons Nether City, otherwise it will make Lord Hell Dragon King angry, and that won't be fun." The Shadow Demon King also knew the character of the original Demon King. In this 10,000 demons Nether City, it is very likely that something will happen, which will be a big trouble. Don't worry, I know the seriousness. I used to be a bit reckless, but now, I have encountered a bottleneck in my cultivation. If I can't join the Nether Dragon domain, I may not be able to break through for a long time. Wu Yu casually found a reason and said. So the Shadow Demon King was relieved. After all, with a bottleneck in cultivation, he dared not cause trouble even if he was stuck in the original Demon King. You have to know that it is possible to achieve the Eternal Demon Emperor. Everything is possible. In their realm of Tegzu Demon Realm, everything is for the Eternal Demon Emperor. If there is a chance, it is impossible to give up, and it is even more impossible to mess up and cause an accident in the end. If you practice in the Dark Dragon domain, the possibility of becoming an Eternal Demon Emperor is indeed much greater. So Wu Yu and the Shadow Demon King separated. Since the Shadow Demon King did not know the specific situation of Zhuang, there was no need to stay there for long. After Wu Yu left the mountain, he was not in a hurry for the time being, but inquired in Wanyaoming Cheng, wanting to see if he could get some news about Zhuang. He came to Wanyaoming Cheng as the original gold-eating rat, that is, the original Demon King. Next, he did not take the initiative to explore the news of Zhuang, but just kept wandering around, listening to other demon gods or demon kings chatting, and sometimes, the name Zhuang would really pop up once or twice. But when this name appeared, it did not bring more gains to Wu Yu. Several years passed, and Wu Yu did not gain anything. Even if there were people in Wanyaoming Cheng who talked about Zhuang, they knew about the same as Shadow Demon King, and they were not as sure as Shadow Demon King. In the past few years, Wu Yu basically did not gain anything from wandering around Wanyaoming Cheng, so he could only decide to find a way to join the Nether Dragon domain. He prepared to try it first as the original Demon King. The Hell Dragon King should agree to my joining? Although I failed to recruit the original Demon King before, it should not be too late to regret it now, Wu Yu thought to himself, and then he came to the core of Wanyaoming Cheng, not far from the Nether Dragon domain. He disguised himself as the original Demon King and shouted loudly outside the Nether Dragon domain. Hell Dragon King, I, the primitive Demon King, want to join the Nether Dragon domain and serve the Hell Dragon King. I beg the Dragon King to approve me. Wu Yu kept shouting, of course in the form of the primitive Demon King, which attracted the attention of many Demon Kings around him. Many people even mocked him, saying that he did not join the 10,000 Demons Nether City before, but now he wants to join on his own initiative. His character is really mean. However, during the time Wu Yu pretended to be the primitive Demon King, he did hear a lot of people in the 10,000 Demons Nether City about the primitive Demon King being too mean. However, this was about the primitive Demon King, not Wu Yu, so Wu Yu was too lazy to pay attention to these statements. He shouted loudly in front of the Nether Dragon domain, and he believed that the Hell Dragon King would soon hear and respond. The third update.